year of the 27th Olympics in Australia, last Peanuts comic ever, the second PlayStation launching, India hitting 1 billion in human population. The Yugoslavian president Slobodan Milosevic is overthrown. And Michael Cera, before his evolution to Scott Pilgrim, debuted in this sci-fi film where he plays this kid. Chris Evans debuted in this movie that I never heard of, supposedly about how a 12-year-old boy and his family start life over in a new town in the middle of USA. Jon Hamm debuted in the famous movie Space Cowboys. John Krasinki played in this film with Alec Baldwin. Zoe Salanda starred in this dance musical film, and Bill Skasgard starred in a Swedish film which weirdly translated to Whitewater Fury. Chicken Run became the highest-grossing stop-motion animated film ever, and the $55.1 million opening weekend for The Grinch Stole Christmas became the highest debut for a Christmas-themed film, but not the highest-grossing Christmas film. That title goes to Home Alone. Moving to action, Charlie's Angels came out this year and generally received better compared to the 2019 one. The X-Men franchise started with their first out of their 13 films. Battlefield Earthbook received their adaptation 12 years after publishing, but it was a flop and got 3 out of 100 by the critics. His language Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon became the highest-grossing foreign film in America, and Mission Impossible 2 became the highest-grossing film of the year, also in America and the world. Moving to animation, DreamWorks released The Road to El Dorado, based on a great lie told by a Spanish explorer hundreds of years ago. The Little Mermaid released its sequel, and one of, in my opinion, the most underrated Disney film, Dinosaur, was released. Memento and Oh Brother. Where Are Thou are two of the most famous crime film that came out this year. Moving down to the funniest genre, Almost Famous won a ton of awards despite being a flop on box office. Bring It On came out this year with MJ from Spider-Man. Coyote Ugly and this iconic song came out. Miss Congeniality with the peak Sandra Bullock. Nutty Professors got its sequel, and Scary Movie is released, which is a huge copycat of all these films. And all these films also. Cherry Falls is a slasher film with Ty from Clueless. The third Scream movie came out, but fans prefer the first movie. And also the second movie, American Psycho, came out, and believe it or not, it was a flop at the box office. Blair Witch Project got its sequel, but pales in comparison of the original. The first Final Destination movie came out and was praised for having an unusual villain, which is the death itself. Hellraiser Inferno became the 5th movie on the franchise and was the beginning of its brutal downward fall in terms of quality. What Lies Beneath unexpectedly became the highest-grossing horror film of the year. Urban Legends got its sequel, except it didn't have the same actors minus like one person. It was basically Mean Girls 2. Requiem for a Dream came out and is still so relevant 2 decades later. The first movie of the Unbreakable trilogy came out. The Gladiator movie came out 2 millenniums after the Roman Empire formed. Tom Hanks became a homeless film in this beach-themed movie, and this iconic romance film came out.